Leon Edwards.
Ready.
All right, so the fight is underway. We will see how it plays out. It's a pick'em fight according to Las Vegas, and really hard to think of a weakness that we have seen on film from either guys in their UFC careers this year.
I feel like both of these guys are the top of the food chain. They're the best of the best that we can put inside the octagon. They are so well-rounded. They have every skill, and that is going to be on display tonight in this key matchup.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Lands with the ground and pound here.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop the fight.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
I mean, how many can he take? All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
Ground and pound strike is true. All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
Back mount now. 45 seconds to go here in round one. All right, full guard here if you're the top fighter. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to pass to the next position, get the half guard so I can get my ground and pound on.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. It's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Usman's looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here, but unable to do so.
That's what I'm talking about right there. You're controlling everything on the ground. You just take him down again. Position before submission. Remember that.
All right, let's look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about just the efficiency when it comes to the ground and pound game?
He was able to throw at the right time, secure at the right time. He wasted no action. For me, this is the most exciting type of fight. A guy that is just dominating his opponent, really, truly putting the grind on his opponent from the top position. Nice straight punch.
A lot of power on display from Kamaru Usman as he lands yet again there.
Kamaru Usman showed in the Colby Covington fight, not only is he the best welterweight in the world, he may just be the toughest welterweight in the world because he went through the fire in order to retain that title. Nice kick.
Straight to the body there by Edwards. So 65 total strikes have landed for Kamaru Usman. Well, you got to admire the accuracy, landing at a 73% clip thus far against Leon Edwards. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Sneaky head kick.
Just out of range with that strike.
Oh, man, look at that. Picture perfect. Oh, now he's in trouble. Oh, nice.
Wow. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Edwards. All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. Both fighters back to their feet now. Well, he misses with the left punch there. Checks the leg kick. So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one. A little bit of a... Oh, nice job to defend the takedown and scramble to his feet.
Nice punch land.
They continue to exchange. And they separate. Really timing his shots nicely. Good tempo, very accurate, finding the range with relative ease.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of really overwhelming his opponent with activity. Huge knee lands from in close.
Got clip with the right hand. Oh, single
Take
collar
down,
tie here.
cut him. Take down, cut him. Over and over, he secured this takedown.
Straight right, he misses. And that's the end of round number 2. All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
Was beautiful. He executed the game.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Nice little kickboxing exchange there from the welterweight champ, Usman.
Usman's another one of those guys that came in as a wrestler, has turned into a great striker, which has led him to become the UFC champion.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Usman gets hit with a kick. That one appeared to land flush. And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Well, no questioning the output thus far. 88 total strikes have landed for Kamaru Usman.
Oh! What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, and he lands another takedown here, just doing a nice job not telling. Oh, he's attacking choke now.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
Oh, he might have got him with a choke.
Brilliant submission defense there.
Oh, right in the mouth.
Looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. 2 minutes now to go in the round. All right, feet on the hips here. Edwards is looking to pass from full guard into half guard here, but he's denied. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Usman. All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. Attacking on bar.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're going to fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
All right, fourth round is now underway as we get to the championship rounds. What is a fighter's mindset when you get to this 16th minute of the fight?
This is when you understand that nothing is ever going to be harder. This is the hardest round in fighting. This is going to really test your will and your desire to become champion. When you're in the clinch, you can pull down on the head and land these beautiful punches on the head.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Oh, man, that's a nice kick right there.
He's doing a great job of landing that kick over and over.
Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Edwards' lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. All right, has the guard closed here. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. All right, it's a good ground and pound by him here. Certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Usman. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Edwards. Recovery, man, right back to his feet. All right, watch out for the setup here. DC, I know you don't pay your bets, but I bet you $100 you go for another takedown here.
If I don't pay, then why are you betting me? I'll yell at the octagon and go, man, don't shoot so that I can get paid. But if I'm betting, I'm trying to take the over. I believe that he's going to get another takedown, so I would try to force you into saying that he doesn't do it again himself.
All right, we'll see. We'll see.
I'm not the gambling guy. You're the gambling guy. You're the gambling guy.
Closes the distance, gets the single collar tie.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Nice leg kick.
Oh, collar tie. Big elbow there, lands. Now goes in and secures the takedown. Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
And now, the ground and pound starts.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Edwards. Good work from the top here by Usman. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Edwards. All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating.
Relax. Excellent work on the ground. This guy cannot swing with you in those deep ones. This next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
It is the fifth and final round. Now going upstairs with the left hook. Oh, he landed another great shot to the body there. Really starting to connect at a high percentage now in the latter stages of this fight.
What a punch.
Got the single collar tie.
Oh, he did a great job of rotating him into an underhook.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Timely defense there. Huge block for him. All right, so now we are on the ground. Now he is in his wheelhouse. We'll see if he can get one of his submissions to pop here tonight. Edwards' lower jaw is extremely swollen now. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Usman. Oh, nice job to reverse position on the ground.
It was bad, but now it's not so bad. What a fantastic sweep.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Well, you know he's comfortable fighting off of his back. And he's back to his feet. Good sign for him there. Oh, nice connection there with a punch, DC.
Great time to land that punch.
Nice sprawl there as he stuffs another takedown. So that was a big priority coming in, and the takedown.
Oh! He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Shin/foot right to the skull. You see why I'm a commentator and not a fighter? You see why?
Yeah, those are fun. I'm telling you, man, you get kicked in the head, a lot of times it's the end of the night.
You got a little experience with that.
Yes,
huh?
I do.
Nice double shot. And that's gonna do it.
Holy smokes! Oh my goodness, what a fight.
Again, the winner here was so aggressive with his onslaught that ultimately appeared as though the outcome was an eventuality. So if you're the referee, you got to protect the fighter, and I thought he did a good job of doing just that. By way of the TKO, there he is, the UFC welterweight champion of the world, celebrating with his team, and that is a celebration, folks, that figures to continue deep into the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Gaines called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 12 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by TKO and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Leon Edwards.
So there he is, the newly minted UFC welterweight champion. You had to look far and wide for people who were picking him in this spot tonight. As Dominic Cruz said, when you became the double champ, he got it done.
Not many people expected him to win. Those 3 guys that walked to the octagon with him were sure that he would